we are together again on the radio. I, being a public figure, have a particular problem with this. I'm just going to lay it out for you. It has been the cause of the demise of many a relationship. It has been over the years, I think one of the reasons, many of you love to give me a hard time because I've been married and divorced 4 times or because I've had so many relationships over the years. But truth be told, I do think that one of the things that has made it very difficult to maintain an ongoing relationship has been a penchant for women. I don't date men. I don't know if there are men like this. But a penchant for women when they get into a relationship with a guy like me, they see what I do for a living, and it's like, oh, that is so cool. There you are. You're on the radio. It's so cool. God, it's great. You get into to all the great concerts. You get tables at restaurants Saturday night at 8 o'clock when nobody can get in. You drink the best wine. You take the best vacations. You live the great lifestyle. You have an amazing house. Fantastic. They later realize that people like me are professional attention whores. Our job is to get attention. And if anybody's any good at what we do, we walk into a room and command all the attention in the room. We suck all the energy out of the room when we enter. If we do not suck all the energy out of the room when we enter, we're probably not doing our jobs. That's our job, to be the center of attention. Women are used to getting attention and competing for attention, and they have a very hard time not being the center of attention. So here's what they do. They cause scenes. Especially when they are with a public figure. This is what they do. Dean has seen it many times over the years. And Gary. The time I made an appearance, you're right, Dean, at the Museum of Television and Radio in Beverly Hills. And I was with a very beautiful woman who was used to being the center of attention. And she decided that, in her mind, she decided that I was checking out other chicks. And decided to very noisily stomp out in the middle of this event, hoping that I would chase her. She was very drunk. And then she got in the car and took off, which was really brilliant. Later, blamed me for, quote-unquote, letting her get into the car. It's like, guess what, sweetie? I have an event to go back to here, okay? You have your own little tantrum, and call me if you make it home or if you need bail. I'm going back to work. Going back to work the crowd. But you don't have to be a public figure to be with people who cause scenes in public. There are people who hate scenes, and they hate drama, and they hate their personal lives spilling out into a particular room. And then there are people who capitalize on people like that. People who say, he hates the scene, so I'm just going to wait until everybody's here, and then I'm going to start going off on him. All of his shortcomings, all the things he does wrong, all the things he says that I don't agree with, all the things that I think are unreasonable that I'm sure everybody else is going to think are unreasonable. We're going to turn it into a public forum on the flaws and faults of Tom. Like the people who know me don't already know what my biggest faults and flaws are. I'm the first one to admit to them. But I have been with women who want to turn it into a referendum. Let's ask everybody else around if they think I'm as inadequate as I appear to be. Amazing. There's a lot of that out there. Now, again, you do not have to be a public figure. Public figures only suffer from it more than anybody because we're in public trying to, bomb other fans or make a few bucks or do an interview or get some attention, get on television, whatever we're doing. That's what we're out in public for. And the women who bond with guys like me frequently are the type that they know that is when we are at our most vulnerable. And they take advantage of those opportunities to interfere in our careers and our livelihoods, in our... that one chick at the Museum of Television and Radio did it a second time. Thanksgiving dinner. Was it Thanksgiving dinner? And I had about 20 people over to dinner, like I usually do. And she came over, and she got pissed off at me because she didn't like the fact that I was holding court with my friends and telling jokes, which I frequently do. I mean, I'm an entertainer by trade. Many times, whether I'm at a dinner or a party or a convention, I hold court. People stand around me, and I tell stories, and I make everybody laugh. Well, that was sucking all the attention away from Miss I'm attractive, and I usually get all the attention. So she decided to storm out on Thanksgiving Day. And imagine her disbelief when nobody even noticed she'd left except me. I was the only one who knew she was gone. Nobody else even cared. Oh, she hated that. But look, you don't have to be me to have this problem. We've all been there. We've all been with somebody who likes to cause scenes. Some are more extreme than others. Are you with somebody like that right now? I mean now. I don't mean 10 years ago. Are you with someone now who likes to cause scenes? What kind of scenes do they cause? What kind of embarrassment do they cause? How far do they take it?
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800 Tom.
You sound like such a real nice guy.
I am anything but a nice guy.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Are you with someone who likes to cause scenes in public? Right now. Do tell. Rich, hello.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and stay calm here because this is a story that is going on right now.
All right.
Okay, my wife of 8 years, I thought everything was going great. And she gets a job with our neighbor, and come to find out that she has been telling everybody that I have been beating her, and she gives herself black eyes and bruises on the legs to further the story. Honest to God, Tom.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And now, see, it was my neighbor, her best friend, who came over and told me this, because there were so many holes in her story, okay, from knowing both of us. She knew that this wasn't true, all right?
Wow.
So, now, okay, our neighbor is the one who got her the job. Now she is making our neighbor's life miserable at her work because the neighbor is trying to tell everybody that she's psycho. These aren't true. And nobody believes her because my wife, she's pretty, okay? She is good looking, and she can turn on the waterworks anytime she wants. And that's how she gets people to believe her. And, I mean, we need help here, Tom. We need to figure out how to trap her in these lies to let everybody know.
I thought you kicked her out.
I did kick her out. She's out. I kicked her out on Sunday because she went out to a bar Friday night, okay, calls me up at like 9 o'clock, okay? I haven't heard from her. I didn't know where she was. Told me that she wrecked her car and that she wasn't coming home tonight. You know, and she was staying at her sister's house. Okay, fine, whatever. So I call up her sister's husband the next day and ask him if she was there. He's like, dude, Rich, she was never here, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks. So, okay, obviously something's wrong there. I got her to admit that she stayed the night with one of her coworkers. Right there, she was out.
So what is it you need to do? It's done, right? Just get the divorce papers and be done with it.
Okay, yeah. That's another thing. She brought home the divorce papers before any of this started happening, okay? And And now she won't sign them.
She doesn't have to sign them. You get a date. Your attorney will serve her with papers. If she chooses to ignore them, you'll get a summary judgment. I mean, nobody can keep you from getting a divorce.
Okay. Okay, well, is there any...
Do you have an attorney?
No, not yet.
That's why you don't know this. No, you're not doing it by yourself. You're going to an attorney.
Okay. Okay, is there any way to clear my neighbor's name now? Because now everyone thinks that she's siding with the husband of the battered wife.
That's not your problem.
Okay.
You kicked her out. You showed everybody that you do not subscribe to this.
Okay.
That's all you have to do.
So, I mean, is there no way that we could catch her in these lies, though?
You're done.
Okay,
Stop obsessing about this. You're done.
Okay, but she's told everybody.
I don't care what she told them. You kicked her out. It's done. Now get out.
Okay, I mean, but what if a cop comes here? I mean, how am I supposed to get them to believe?
She's not even living there.
Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, she's not living here, but, I mean, you know, if she goes to the police with this...
With what?
What's she supposed to do?
What's she going to tell the police?
Exactly what she's told everybody else.
But
she gives herself bruises, Tom. She punches herself.
Well, she's not there now. That is why you're going to get the divorce.
Okay.
The longer you're married, the more likely it is they can file domestic violence charges. Get a goddamn divorce.
Okay, well...
Why did you get married so young anyway?
Yeah, well, that was a problem right there.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Yeah.
So get out.
All right.
The more you screw around with women like this, the more they will find ways to make your life miserable. Get out.
Can you talk to my neighbor real quick?
No. Hang on a second. Charlie, what do you want to say to Rich?
Oh, my God, Tom. What's this guy afraid the police are going to show up for because she's going to claim he stole her tampons? This guy needs to grow a set, lose her, and move along.
Okay, dude, I've already lost her, okay? She's out of my house. All right, that's already done.
Then what are you still wine-boxing about, man? Move along. Be glad she's gone. Jesus, Murphy.
No, dude, I am glad she's gone. But, you know what, she's making my neighbor's life hell at work. And, you know what, I mean, we have a kid together. And, you know, I don't know what she's trying to do.
Is it a male or a female child?
It's a boy.
Oh, no. I feel sorry for him already. Forget about your neighbors. Get rid of her. Your neighbors will understand what's going on. Find a chick that'll treat you right and move along, pal. Lose it.
Oh, you know what? That's what I'm doing, okay? But I'm also trying to clear my name because I don't know what she's going to try and do. You know, I mean, I want to be able to clear my name.
She hasn't done anything yet.
No, I know she hasn't done anything
so
yet.
Stop worrying about it and get a goddamn divorce.
Good God, Tom, I can't stand this mealy-mouthed wine box anymore. Take me out with a bong rip later, my man. We love you in Dallas.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Give him the bong hit there. Unbelievable. 1-800-5800-TOM. Dante on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Dad?
I'm doing okay, son.
Check this out. This happened about 2 days ago. This one female that I've known since 93, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how long I've known somebody. If they make me mad, they make me mad. She had the nerve to get mad at me and get a temper tantrum in the middle of the damn liquor store because I wouldn't buy her no cigarette.
Why is that your problem?
I told her it wasn't my problem. I was like, I don't care about you get mad. You get mad, you just get mad. Take your dumb ass home. And then she talking about, I ain't giving you no sex. I'm like, hey, so what? Tell your sister I said hi. I'm about to go to another female's house anyway.
Good for you.
You know what I'm saying? It's for me. I had to do what was right for me. And I'm like, I told her like this, you ain't getting me in trouble. I don't care what your situation is. Go home mad. I don't care. And you talking about you travel 2 hours just to come see me? That was the point, just to get you out the house, just to make you look stupid, because you are a dummy. And then, before then, she had the nerve to ask me, will I be her man? And I told her, are you out your mind?
Unbelievable.
And you want to know something else? I don't subscribe to that kind of negativity. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying?
If they make scenes, you have to get rid of them.
And that's exactly what I do, Tom. And I make them feel real stupid, too. Because I don't have time. I got too much other stuff on my plate. And guess what? I do have a lawyer just in case this crap happens again. Do you understand?
Well, don't let it happen again, Dante. Don't be getting involved with people like that. And if you do, get rid of them immediately.
Oh, you know me, brother. I always do. And I want you to take me out with a Lacey Peterson and a thank you, Jesus.
All right, Dante, here you go.
Thank you, Jesus.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Are you with anybody who makes a scene? Is that your relationship? Somebody who creates a scene. Somebody who tries to embarrass you in public, with friends, clients, at the office, with our neighbors, whoever. Nancy on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I've been listening to you for about a year. This is not the first time I've called, but it's the first time I've ever gotten through.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty nervous, because I just am, because of how you are. But what I wanted to ask you was the woman that you were describing that made the scene twice. Why did you go out with her a second time?
Well, I was already in a relationship with her. And the
scenes, you were having a relationship?
And the scenes did not begin until we were having a relationship. Had we been dating and she'd been doing something like that, it never would have gone that far.
Right. Right, I understand.
And she was a 10.
She was a 10?
A 10.
On the outside. On the inside, there was something wrong with her.
To tell you what, though, when a man is sexually aroused, he'll tolerate a lot more crap.
See, that's what I'm thinking is going on with the other two callers before me. They're having trouble with their women. I think it's because they're like getting involved with them for sex, and they're staying with them for sex, and then eventually that does die down, and they're stuck with the person.
Well,
right?
That can happen. But I don't think that's in every case. I think in some cases, people get involved with somebody and they quote-unquote fall in love, and then they become incapable of doing anything about it when that person becomes unreasonable for some reason. Many people put their best foot forward when you're dating them.
Right.
And you don't know what you're getting until you say, you know what, we'll have a monogamous relationship. Or, you know what, I love you. And suddenly that's like license for the other person to act like a nut.
Right. I've never been like that, you know? So it's hard for me to understand that because I've never been that way.
Well, there's a lot of it out there, dear, believe me. I can tell you in my own case, it has more to do with the fact that, for me, when I walk into a room, it's like I have the effect that a woman feels she has. When I walk in a city like Los Angeles or Seattle where people know me, all eyes turn in my direction.
You've got terrible, incredible charisma, haven't you?
It's not even that. I'm a known person. And I'm known for doing a particular kind of thing. And so when I walk into a room, everybody looks. Women are used to, especially hot chicks, they're used to the room turning to look at them.
That's true.
And so when they're not getting all the attention, they act like petulant little children. And then they decide they're going to bring all the attention back on them, even if they have to do it by behaving negatively.
Who would want to be with someone like that?
Well, no one wants to for any period of time, but I'm telling you, the women who do this, the women who are most affected are the ones who are the hottest and the ones who have the most experience at getting all the attention.
You know, Tom, I'm 35, and I mean, things are like different now than they were when I was 20. I don't get as much attention as I did when I was 20, and it's kind of like, you know, it hurts. It hurts to be getting older. It's like not a nice thing, you know?
Well, a lot of women feel like they're losing their power. They had power, and now they're losing it. Kind of like when Superman is facing the kryptonite, you know?
Right. Those kind of women, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the way it is, you know?
Have you ever found a 10 that was sweet?
Have I found a 10 who was sweet? I have. But they're always insecure and frequently have low self-esteem.
Oh, even when they're a 10?
Especially when they're a 10.
And what's the insecurity based on?
I think 10s are used to thinking of themselves as perfect. So if they've got a zit, or if they gain a pound, or if one breast hangs a little lower than the other.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They obsess over that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Women who weigh 180 pounds don't worry about going up to 185. They don't care. Women who are 105 pounds, they go to 106. They stay in bed for a week.
Oh, definitely.
Then they eat Haagen-Dazs, and then they weigh 108.
Right. Oh, my God, you're right. That's so true.
Yeah. I know it from experience.
So that's the kind of insecurity you're talking about, is the obsession of the looks.
That's right. And not only that, the knowledge that one day it fades.
It does fade, Tom. It does.
It fades, and they lose all their power. Suddenly, men are not offering to help them move their furniture.
Exactly.
Suddenly, men are not offering to lend them money or take them to the south of France.
That's exactly what happens.
Suddenly, they have to pay for everything. Like when they go to Amco Transmissions, they're not going to get a free transmission job. Exactly. Or they go to Midas Muffler, and they're not going to get a free tailpipe next time they walk in just for smiling at the guy.
It's so difficult.
Suddenly, you're a grandmother, or you're an old lady, or you're past your prime, and you have to pay like everybody else.
Exactly. Oh, totally. I mean, I totally relate to this. I mean, it's difficult. It's a very difficult thing to get older. It's like not an easy thing. It's very, very difficult. And men can get older and be better.
Because our value goes up. What women want from men is not the look of a 10. What women want from men is money, power, and fame. Security. Yes. And the older a man gets, generally, the more money he makes, and the better he does at his job, the more successful he becomes, at whatever level he decides to become successful, whereas a woman's value deteriorates over the years.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of plastic surgery going on, too, that does make you look incredible, even though you get older.
Well,
look at Sophia Loren. She's beautiful.
How many women look like that?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Most women look like Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields may have been hot when she was 14, but you see her doing those SUV commercials now, and she's like 40, 45. What is she?
Yeah, whatever. She's ugly. I know.
Yeah. It's done, Brooke. No one's paying any attention. Brooke now has her book about postpartum depression. That's her big thing now.
Kidding.
Yeah. Used to be there were naked pictures of her when she was 12. That was the books that used to come out about Brooke Shields. Now she writes about postpartum depression. Nobody cares anymore. And that's really generally the way it is with women.
So what do women do that want the intelligent, successful, wonderful men when they're not in their 20s?
Put it this way. If you haven't locked and loaded by the time you're 29 years old...
I've been proposed to 9 times. I haven't been in love.
I understand.
I haven't wanted to be married.
Well, but the point is that you haven't wanted to be married, but your chance to get married was when you were in your 20s.
You think?
Yes, because men of success, men of accomplishment, they want to be with younger women.
So I'm going to die an old maid?
Well, it's not that you die an old maid, but the older you get without committing, the less money that Prince Charming is going to make, the lesser a profession he's going to be in. That's just the way it is.
So I'm not going to be able to get what I want.
What do you want?
You don't think I want someone who's intelligent, and his intelligence has brought him success, has brought him just...
But that man can afford someone who's 22.
Yeah, but a 22-year-old can't give him the kind of stuff I can give him, and I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but keep in mind, a 50-year-old man needs to get aroused when you take your clothes off. Oh, he's not aroused 24 hours a day.
No, I still look good.
Yeah, but you don't look like you did when you were 21.
No, of course not.
And that's what I'm saying. When a guy turns 50, he wants to be able to have sex like when he was 19. And the way that happens is to have a chick who's 21 or 19.
Isn't there more to life than just having sexual relationships?
I happen to believe that the primary motivation for men to make money, be successful, create art, move across the country, to take a job, whatever, is vagina.
But isn't there, what do you think about love? What do you think about deep friendships and love and all that kind of stuff?
I think that water seeks its own level. And I think that people end up with the best they can do. Why are there such a thing as trophy wives? It's because when men get older, they can afford to trade up.
Right.
Women can't.
Do they stay married forever, these trophy wives, to these older men? I don't have any idea.
What do the men care? Do you know what? You ever notice...
You had trophy wives? Is that what you've had?
Well, you ever notice in movies... I'll answer it this way. Ever notice in movies, all these women who complain that, Dustin Hoffman and Clint Eastwood and Al Pacino keep getting older, but their co-stars are always the same age?
That's definitely true.
Well, you know what? You know why that is? Because that's how it is in real life.
Right.
Rich men always have women in their 20s and 30s.
Right.
And so when the man turns 50, he'll have someone else in their 20s or 30s. And when he turns 60, he'll probably have someone else in their 20s or 30s.
You've been divorced 4 times.
Yes.
Why did you get married those 4 times?
Well, we don't have all day, dear.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The first time I got married, I was 18 and stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm getting too personal.
Yeah, well, it's not too personal. I've talked about it on the air. It just takes a long time, and we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
But the first time I got married, I was 18 and dumb.
Oh, that's why you know not to do that.
Well, that's how I know from experience.
Right, exactly. Did you marry, after that, did you marry younger women than you? Did you only date...
The only one who was older than me or my age was the first one. And after that, they were all younger.
Yeah.
My second wife was 7 years younger than me. My third wife was 11 years younger than me. My fourth wife was only 3 years younger than me.
Well, how did you get along with her, with the one that was 3 years younger than you?
Well, it lasted the longest.
It did?
But we're still divorced.
Right. But that was because you had somebody that you could actually talk to. Because how do you talk to somebody in their early 20s when you're in your late 40s? I mean, there's nothing... The sex goes only so long, right? And then there's... I mean, if that's all you want is sex...
By the way, I've learned from experience in relationships, I really don't want to have a lot of conversation at home.
You don't want to have support from the woman. You don't want to, do all that kind of stuff.
I believe that women are dream killers. I do not believe women want to be supportive.
Boy, you've had some bad luck. I'm so sorry.
No, I believe that's the way it is.
Yeah, I know you do.
I do believe that women are sensitive about the fact that when a man becomes more successful, he might trade her in for a newer model. So I believe that women they run interference. They don't want a man to become any more successful. This is quite enough, thank you.
Right.
So the guy who plays the guitar for a local band in a club where she met him at the club, if he has an opportunity to sign the big record contract, go on a worldwide tour, she will start to make trouble. And then you're going to be out there with the groupies, and I'm not going to see you for 6 months.
Right.
That's what women do.
The insecurity.
That's what they do.
Right.
Women know innately that the minute we make more money and become more successful, we trade you in for newer models. So what they do is
Why do you do that?
They try to interfere in our success.
Why do men do that? Why do you do that? Why do you want to trade them in for...
Because we can.
Yeah, but is anything...
Let me ask you a question. I always... Women hate hearing this. I had a 1997 Lexus LS 400. That car is probably still on the road today. Wonderful car. Loved it. My first luxury car. Loved it. But then along came an opportunity to trade it in for a 1999 LS 400.
Okay.
Why did I trade it in? The car was perfectly fine.
Same principle.
Newer. That smell of new leather, that new car smell. The odometer said 0.0.
Right.
I couldn't resist.
Right.
I had to put my ass on that virgin leather and break it in.
So you don't want...
Until the 01 came along. Then I dumped the 99 for the 01.
But Tom, so you don't want to find a partner that you can share everything, all of your secrets with, and all of your...
First of all, I think that's the biggest lie in the world. I do not believe that couples share their innermost secrets. In fact, I think the women tell their innermost secrets to their best female friend, or to their gay male friend, or to their high school sweetheart that right now he's just a friend, honey. Can't a woman have friends? That guy. He knows all the secrets.
Right.
The husband doesn't know the secrets. Okay? That's in a book or in a movie, but in the real world, that's not the way it is.
If it was that way, would you want to be with that woman?
It isn't. So why bother obsessing about how it should be? It isn't that way.
Because I think that it is. I mean,
it isn't that way. It is not that way.
I know.
It is not that way.
I don't think with everyone.
Life is more like Sex in the City,
Tom,
the girls get together and talk about all of the shortcomings of all the men they know, then can't figure out why they can't get a decent relationship.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You're so rageful.
I have never heard this word, by the way, rageful. But, all right, I'll assume your IQ is in the triple digits for the sake of argument.
You've never spoken to a psychotherapist.
You're a psychotherapist, or are you just a psycho?
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. All right, are you with someone who causes scenes in public, embarrassing you in front of friends, family, co-workers, complete strangers on the street? Fitz on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you?
I'm doing okay.
You know what? I called it more as to touch on what you had discussed with that woman before about women being dream killers, because you mentioned my exact situation. Like, I'm a musician, and I got an offer to go out on a tour, like a world tour, and the chick that I was with at the time, you scripted what happened on the air. Oh my goodness, you're going to be gone for 3 to 6 months, and what about me, and all this other crap. And, the next...
Because what I told you was really my life story, too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's like they want you to be successful, but on their terms.
They don't want you to be any more successful than you were when you met them.
I listen to the radio and I kick myself every day for this. It's like, yes, I have a desk job, but you know what? I passed up being a freaking rock star, It's like, what the hell's wrong with me?
There's not a piece of ass in the world that's worth that.
Absolutely not. But that's it, man. I just wanted to touch on and just tell all the boys out there, listen to Tom, man. He's right. Do not let your dreams get killed, because you know what? They can be.
Absolutely.
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
Even though you've got many issues with me, you continue to listen.
Isn't that sick?
Yes.
It's like bottleneckers on the freeway. What's going on with my stupid waste of time?
Rubberneckers.
Whatever.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Connie, hello. Connie is gone. Let's say hello to Terry on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Terry.
Tom.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro? Long-time listener, second-time caller. Need some help here, bro. I'll make it quick because I know there's a lot of other people that need your help, too.
Where are you calling from, Yankee Stadium?
Oh, am I echoing? No, I'm...
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right, bro, let me walk outside. I'm a contractor. I was working inside Amazon.
Ah, okay.
Okay, check it out, man. First of all, I'm 25, just got my contractor's license. Right now, making about $75,000, almost $80,000 a year. Pretty good money for a 25-year-old. My chick just left me after 6 years, blah, 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 blah. Hope she's listening because this is actually about my buddy. He's been dating this chick. She's 18, he's 23, for about 4 months. She's a virgin. Now, he said he's took her out, more times than not, you know what I mean? Showed her a great time, and the girl still won't give it up. And he says, well, hey, man, you got to work at it, you got to work at it. And I said, bro, that's not the way we roll, you know what I mean? I said, you need to listen to Tom Leykis. And he said, he's listening right now, by the way. He said, oh, well, Tom would tell you, if she's a good girl, you hold out. And I said, bro,
oh, no,
you're going to miss out on a lot of fun. So here's the scoop. She's coming over because my chick just left, and I got a bitchin' pad furnished with about 10 G's worth of furniture in there.
Right.
It's pretty pimp. So you probably got a nicer setup than I do, but I'm pretty happy with mine.
That's good.
So she's got this other little friend, right? Little friend. She's a little party girl. Still a little bit of a good girl, church on Sundays, all that BS. And this other chick's been digging on me, and I've been playing it off cool for like the first time in my life ever, just not even really paying attention to her. Her and her friend called my buddy and say, hey, we want to come over on Friday night and spend the night with you guys. What do you say? He said, sure, man. I jammed him up about it, and I said, hey, You're finally not living at home with your folks. You got the pad. It's on from here. And this guy says, well, dude, those girls ain't like that. What do you say about that, Tom?
It sounds to me like your buddy just doesn't know how to close the deal.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'm going to be upstairs tagging her little friend all night long.
As well you should be. Terry, thank you for the call. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. tom@blowmeuptom.com, or send us a text message. Send it to 89866.
The Tom Leykis Show.